Hey Gemini, welcome back to Souls and Stardust podcast channel. Oh my gosh, I'm Shannon. I'm here doing love relationship readings for September, or whenever you come across this video, take the energy for how it resonates in your life. I'm just asking, I'm going to use a couple different decks here, but I'm just asking what Gemini needs to know for love and relationship for September. We got 3 cards that popped right out. We're gonna look at those. Okay, interesting. So, looks like we are challenged with a little bit of energy. So we have go the distance, we have a leg up, and we have building blocks. Go the distance, this is about having endurance, kind of feeling like you're in it for the long haul or needing to be in it for the long haul, or maybe you are in something that's very long-term, there has been long-term. This card is really about endurance and strength, and it's a cheetah running through the desert. So, deserts are dry environments. They can be harsh at times. Everything looks the same. Not very hospitable at times, but a lot of animals that have evolved in the desert are very, very resilient. So, this card right now, love and relationship, here we go. So perhaps you feel like you've been wandering around the desert for a while now, right? And nothing is happening. So nothing changing on the landscape, the same dunes. You feel like you've been walking forever, maybe in circles. Deserts represent, like I said, a harsh environment, parched lips, thirst, really dragging your feet. It's hot. It's very hard to move through. You might need to travel at night. All these kinds of things. But when you think about the animals that evolved to live in the desert, they are super resilient creatures. They have tough skin. They burrow deep underground to escape the heat. They find water. They're very, very strategic, very resilient creatures in light of a harsh environment, and they make a living there. So this is about you conserving your strength right now. This is about you tapping into your knowledge, your wisdom, your resilience. And this is a temporary period of what feels like austerity right now. So while you feel like you're wandering the desert, this is about you understanding what your level of strength is and how you get to push forward, being resilient in the situation that you're in, or if you're hoping for a love relationship, like you're working through some big stuff right now, and you're supposed to be, how do I want to say this? You need to be at this time conservative with your energy, where you're putting your energy and your focus. Like, make sure you're deliberate about what you're focusing on, what you're investing your time and your energy in. This is a time for you to be strategic about that. And just to know that when you're following your intuition and your heart, it's going to lead you where you need to go. But you're in a period of like, you need to kind of trudge through this. You need to work through some of the stuff that's being presented to you. And it feels kind of tough right now. We are in a Mercury retrograde and a Venus retrograde. I think there's like 15 other planets in retrograde. I'm kidding, but it's a lot of inward focus, reflective energy that has this very slow and reevaluating everything. So this is what you're encouraged to do right now, Gemini, is just be very diligent about what you're spending your time and your energy on, and conserving your energy, and knowing that this is going to pass, but you're working through it right now. Leg up card is always about asking for help or delegating. This is about being able to receive help. It's receiving help, right? So are you delegating authority? Are you feeling like you have to do everything on your own? If that's the case, Gemini, you need to ask for help. You need to see who can step up with their skills and their wisdom to be able to help you out in the situation that you're in. Maybe you're looking for advice. Maybe you need to ask your partner to just kind of step it up and share some responsibilities with you. This is in relationship, this card is about, to have a healthy partnership, you have to have interdependence, right? So it's important to recognize that you can need others as much as they need you. So this is about seeing the other person as someone who gets to help you out or share the load, or especially emotional and mental load. Like, how can you be in partnership with them? How can you offer up, things for them to do that help you on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level? This is about letting them need you as much as you need them, and vice versa. This is about you being vulnerable, right? It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to speak up about what you need and what you want. It's okay for you to ask for that in order for you to be fulfilled. Like, you do not have to walk this desert forever, right? You can ask for the things that you need that will make it feel like this is less inhospitable for you. But you're really kind of going through it. Like, this is Gemini for you. This is about you learning how to be vulnerable and learning how to open up and see, like, it's okay for me to invite somebody into this part of me that makes me feel cracked wide open. And it's okay for me to need them and to ask for help. So trust, right? The partner that you're with, the partner that you're seeking, like, if you're willing to be vulnerable like this, like, you're going to be met with love and kindness. And especially if you have open communication too. You cannot, though, expect others to read your mind. I know Geminis are very thoughtful, very cerebral, very like philosophical. But Geminis also just want to be heard, right? So speak up, use your words, let them know how they can be a partner to you that feels fulfilling and meaningful. And this next card is the building blocks. It's in reverse too, so that's interesting. That means you're struggling with some aspect of creating a strong foundation. So this card in the upright is really about building a strong foundation, addressing any like cracks in the foundation, having core values and beliefs that you share in relationship. When it's in the reverse, though, this is really about looking to see where your values may have changed, where your ideas and your beliefs, your core convictions may have changed, especially with regard to partnership and how people show up and how you need someone to show up for you. Like, maybe what you felt worked 10 years ago is definitely not what works for you now, and you're in this midst of like, how do I address this? I feel like this is unfulfilling. Gemini, it could be because you've changed, you've evolved, and your relationship needs to evolve with that. And any new partner coming in too, you have to be able to voice what it is that you need. So this is a time of addressing cracks in your foundation. How have things changed with regard to the way you look at relationships and spending time, meaningful time, quality time, sharing yourself with somebody in relationship? You are becoming a version of you that's very, very different. And what you believed in then may not work anymore now. In fact, you're finding it doesn't. This is why you're feeling like this. Like, oh, I'm walking through the desert. What's going on? Nothing feels hospitable anymore. It feels like I'm really struggling. This is why things have changed, and you need to figure out how you get to grow and change with it. Well, you are the one changing, and so your circumstances feel a little bit uncomfortable, or a lot uncomfortable, because there are outdated beliefs, ideals, values that are the structure of your foundation. So you need to update that. This is time for renovation, Gemini, renovation. And you cannot ignore the signs that a situation or an agreement that you're in is no longer right for you. So you have to be very honest with yourself about what isn't working, and you have to address it. You need to address it. Ask for what you need. Ask them to meet you there. Use your words. Communicate. So Gemini, it seems like you're in this place of evolution, and like you're changing. Relationship needs, desires are changing, and you need to be able to communicate that. But you also need to be able to be vulnerable. You need to be able to crack that heart open and let someone in so that they can meet you where you're hoping to be met. Some of you have some pretty big walls up. I can feel that as I'm reading your energy. I tell you, like, radical honesty with yourself, you'll be so much happier that you actually did that. It'll be a relief to you because then whoever you're with or whoever's coming in knows exactly how they can meet you. And if they're capable and willing, they absolutely will, Gemini. Okay, I'm going to ask your girlfriend's No BS Love Oracle what that has to say. Oh, Spirit, what do you have to say about the situation for Gemini, for love and relationship? And as you guys know, I always shuffle until the cards pick themselves, or till Spirit picks them for me. There we go. Okay, here we go, guys. Some of you are exiting something. This is not a vibrational match. You need to let them show themselves out. And that's not a bad thing. It just means you have grown. You've grown. You're addressing how the values that you once had are not the values you hold anymore, and the relationship has changed. And perhaps you're trying to work through an old repeating pattern, and you need to exit or let somebody go that is still in that old pattern. Like it's still a product of your own old pattern. Excuse me. That one wants to come out too. Okay, and your soulmate can't find you if you never leave your house. Just saying. I also feel like your soulmate can't find you if you're not willing to be open and vulnerable and show who you are and speak your mind, right? Speak your mind in terms of like, what's really important to you? What do you need? All right, some of you Geminis, a hard pass. This one's not for you. You have to let something go in order for something new to come in. And this also could be like old values. It could be old habits or patterns that you're really struggling with. Like it's this, and whomever you're with or whomever is coming in, if it is still aligned with that old pattern, the cracks in the foundation due to like old stuff that you're growing beyond, like you're not going to want to repeat that, right? So be very honest with yourself about what you want and what you need, and speak up about that. Restructure your foundation so that your soulmate can find you. All right, Gemini, what else do we need to know about this? This is our quickies deck. Use it for like clarification. This isn't it. Okay, this is a really clear message. Really clear message, Gemini. So what you're working through this September is understanding how you get to grow and how you get to express what you need and how you are evolving and how you're clearing the way. Wow. You already know. There you go, Gemini. How you're clearing the way for the next thing to come in that will be more aligned for you. Oh, Gemini, I'm pulling an affirmation card for you. Wow. I'm releasing what is no longer aligned with my vibration. I can't. What else do you say to that? September is a month of clearing the way for you, Gemini, and I'm sending you all my love. Let me know how this resonates in the comments, and we will catch you very soon.